All right, this is part 2. This is where it gets interesting.
Hi.
What I have here, that's Isabella. What I have here is a brisket. This is the highlight of the chili. Now I smoked this brisket for about 12 hours the other day. And now I've had it in the oven for about another 6. So this thing has about 18 hours on it right now. And then by the time I get it put in the chili and cook a little longer, it's going to have another 4 or 5. So let's get started. So if your brisket's done right, it should look something like this. You can just take it, pull it apart with a couple fingers. That is what makes good chili brisket. Some of y'all might not like it that way, just to eat it sliced on a sandwich, but this is the best way for chili. When you're slicing this for the chili, you want to slice against the grain. That way, when it comes apart and you have a chunk like this, see where the grain's going? All you got to do is just go like that. Once you put it in your chili, it'll stir up beautifully. Now here's the deal. When I make brisket chili, I don't trim the brisket. All the fat, all the meat, everything, the bark, everything goes into it. Okay. Now, some of you more health conscious people might want to trim some of this fat out. Okay. But I look at it like, hey, it's a chili contest. It's once a year. And that fat in this brisket is what holds about 90% of the smoke flavor. So this part is at your discretion, but it looks pretty dang good to me. What I did here is I drained all the grease out of the brisket pan because there's plenty. And then what's left is all the flavoring at the bottom. So I'm just going to go through here and break up this brisket before I put it in. Get all the fat mixed in with all the meat, with all the bark. For those of you that don't know barbecue terminology, the dark part on the outside of the meat, when you pull it off the smoker, that's called bark. So I'm getting it all mixed together, getting all those flavors, and it's fun too. And it's about to go into the pot. All right, here we go. It's time to drop the hammer now. Believe it or not, this isn't the final stage though. So just take all that brisket, drop it in there. And this is actually for the 3rd annual chili cook-off. I am the champion of the first 2. And judging by the way this stuff is looking, I'm bringing home a 3rd championship. Going for the 3-peat. Now, I don't have all the cool background music like some of these guys do on YouTube because I'm not a professional YouTuberist. I'm a nurse. But if I were to have any background music playing right now, it'd have to be a little Bob Marley. Little darling, stir it up. So there we go. We're just going to let that stuff get together. And then I made a little pot of bean chili here too for people who like it like that. Some black beans and some dark red kidney beans. Okay, so now I'm putting the second batch of onions in. It is now Let's see here. 1:30. Okay. So we've let some time elapse. Those first onions that we chopped big, they're pretty much cooked down. So these, when we serve here in about 3.5, 4 hours, are going to be slightly crispy still. So you're going for texture, because a good championship chili isn't just about flavor. It's about hitting all the areas. You want it to be flavorful. You want it to be visually appealing. You want it to smell great. You want some smoke and some crispy and some spicy and some sweet. That's what we're making right now. And here we go. It's a done deal. It is now 4 o'clock. Unfortunately, the picture you're seeing does not doesn't tell you the smell or the taste. But try it sometime. It's really good stuff. So this is Carl Chilihead signing off.